Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by...
I am Diego Sagredo for Consequence of Energy. Hi, from Chile.
It's great to be chatting to you today. Can you tell us a little bit then about the responses to Freedom and what can we expect from your new album?
Well, we've been working the last year and a half in this album called We Are One. We recorded it here in our studios in Chile, in Los Lobos Records, with the producer Garth Richardson, who is known to work with Rage Against the Machine, like Kitty, Slayer, and other big names. And well, he came last year, and to pre-produce this album, I had a previous experience with him working with my other band, and at the year 2014. And right now we are doing this release. We are doing a waterfall release, so we are releasing one song first, another first. Basically it's that. Yeah, and it's a 12-song album where it's a conceptual album with 12 songs. And we have it's a beautiful concept because we talk about the duality, some aspects of ourselves, like what we are trying to heal in this life, and like different difficult stages of our life, and like trying to relate it with that.
Freedom hits like a protest anthem. What specific events or emotions sparked its creation?
Okay, so Freedom is more than a protest anthem. It's an invitation to look inside ourselves. We call it like a mirror. There is a lot of things that when we talk about freedom, is like we want freedom, but we are like stuck in this system that is kind of impossible to be free. So even though like you have like financial freedom, but you have other kind of responsibilities or stuff like that. So basically it's like, or we want changes in the world, but we don't do anything by ourselves. So it's like, it's an invitation of what we can do to free ourselves of what we are not doing, for example. Like there's a lot of things that we want to change in the world, but we are not able to change it in our lives. So it's like an invitation for that, to look inside of what we can do, you know?
Okay. You just mentioned that you've been to Glasgow for a march. So are we taking inspiration from that?
Well, like I've been personally environmental activist my whole life.
Right.
So the year 2021, I went to Glasgow to organize a march for the environment. We gathered around 250,000 people. So I was working in the production there. It was really beautiful because so many people, it's not a political thing. It's more like we have to take care of our land, of our earth, to respect others and all those kind of stuff. So yeah, like obviously I have a political vision. I'm not like affiliate to any party or things like that. But obviously there is a lot of things with the system that you are not like happy. But at the same time, I feel that we are, kind of stuck in a thing that it's like a hole that it's always like feeding of ourselves, right? It's kind of.
What date does the album get released, and will there be any more singles before release dates?
Okay, so we just, as you know, we just released Freedom. So we are releasing our next single August the 22nd. That is called Into the Void, and we're gonna release songs and B-sides till December.
Right.
And we are expecting to release our album in January 2026. So we're gonna release like a video and a single and B-sides till we release the full album that actually have like a really cool artwork. We were working in a beautiful, like I'm a huge fan of the vinyls and art. So we put a lot of effort in connect with the actual physical format in these times of digital era. We want to go all against that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can see I love my vinyl, so yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's it. Like we did a zoetrope that is like basically when it spins, it's
yeah,
animated.
yeah.
When you turn it on, it have like two different things, so it represents life and death and other things in there. So it's kind of cool.
What's the current scene like in Chile for rock and metal? Is it big?
Yeah. Well, Chile is a small country. Like we are only 15 or 17 million, and most of them are like focused in Santiago. That's the main city. We live like 3 or 4 hours away from there.
Right,
But here there's huge festivals. Like we have Lollapalooza that we're like playing next year.
right.
We have a local festival here. Our city is small; it's only 20,000 people, but we do a festival for 15,000 people here. So
Wow.
it's like almost the whole town going,
Yeah,
and we have like a rock, pop, urban music, rock, a little bit of everything. And there's a lot of bands like System of a Down that are huge here. The last time they came, it came like 70,000 people.
uh-huh.
Iron Maiden is huge. I see the poster of like from Amorphis. I played with Amorphis the year 2007 in here
Yeah,
with them and with Chiller of Bottom. So like they're big here too.
yeah.
Bands like In Flames, Our Tranquility, but we are more into like I don't know, Deftones, Tool,
Hmm.
Led Zeppelin. We're doing other kind of rock, but I was like really into the metal scene before. Yeah, the scene is here. Iron Maiden here is huge. We have the Metal Fest that is also like massive. So yeah, it's a great scene. The people like the crowd in South America is super excited about
Yeah,
concerts.
I
We
know.
are really passionate about art and music, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I've seen so much footage of like Rio and everything when you have the
Mhm.
festivals over there. It looks amazing, and so many bands want to go over there, Brazil,
Yeah, yeah.
everything like that. Um, okay, so what tours and festivals are up for you? Up for
So
this rest of the year? What tours
okay,
are? Sorry.
so well, in this moment we are only doing showcases till we release the album. Like even though like Consequence of Energy is a new band, like we all are like musicians, experimented artists with like 20 years in our shoulders, and we are friends that we've been playing different bands for a long time, and now we are creating this. So it's kind of weird because it's a weird timing too. We are all, like older and with a lot of background, but has been a lot of fun too. So right now, like we are focused just in the promotion of the album and music, and we are doing specific showcases here in Santiago. But next year we are covering South America. We are doing one concert called Rec that's for almost 300,000 people. We are doing Lollapalooza. We are doing the Surf Festival that it have 3 editions, two in Chile, one in La Serena, other one in Pichilemu or city, another one in Peru, Lima. And we are closing now the deal with Rock al Parque. That's a massive rock festival down there. And then we are expecting to go to Europe, like England, Germany, and I think Austria. I'm not pretty sure yet. In the fall, like in our
Yeah,
fall, your summer.
yeah,
So so
that's,
we're trying to arrange the thing. So our summer we can tour like plenty in South America, and then in your summer we can go and hit some stages there. So we are talking with some friends. Yeah, that's been cool.
amazing.
In the past, I had an industrial metal band called Industrial Company Inc.
Right.
So we tour a lot. Like we play with Fear Factory, with That Tranquility, In Flames, Amorphis, Children of Bodom.
Sure.
I did a huge tour in the States with OTEP. In that
Okay.
time, I was being managed by Sid Wilson from Slipknot. So I used to
Right.
live in his house.
Did
And
you?
we were doing like all the states and stuff like that. It was really fun.
Right.
So yeah, we had the time to do a lot when I was younger. But yeah, then I quit a little bit music because I was like into other kind of focusing the environmental issues because there's a lot to do down here.
Hmm.
So I was focused more on that, and now like that I have like a some projects going on, like we come back to music like with a lot of strength.
So cool. So the Amazon rainforest, then, have you visited there much in your life?
Yes, like yeah. Well, I'm half Ecuadorian, so
Yeah.
I'm going now in September. We're gonna shoot a video there.
Yeah.
It's called Cosmic Canoe. We work with First Nations from there called the Quichuas and the Guarani tribe. We are going to visit the Kemsa and Ingas right now in the south of Colombia. We have a big reserve. It's 150,000 acres of reserve. So we are helping to take care of all that piece of land. Yeah, like we work hard on that. And one of the things that we are trying to do with music is to make people aware of that too, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very important. But yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so going back to live shows, and you played a lot around South America, etc. What's been the most chaotic or unforgettable live show for you then?
Oh my God, yeah. So many.
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
Well, when I was younger, I had Chile is known because the political stuff.
Yeah.
So we in the year 2000, there were a lot of riots and stuff, and I remember we were playing the streets in that time. And then we started replicating that in Vancouver, where I don't remember is you know this Russian band called Pussy Riot.
Yeah.
I was living in Vancouver in Canada.
Yeah.
And we start doing the same stuff, that playing like protesting in the streets.
Yeah.
And we were protesting about the liberation of Pussy Riot, and it was like a lot of people started to come in. It was like beautiful. Yeah, I think that's one of the most fun things.
Whatever happened to Pussy Riot? God, that's the name. I forgot.
Well, they were in jail. They like it was really hard to release them. Was a deal, you know.
Yeah,
but that was like, imagine 13 years ago, you know.
Yeah.
More.
So, obviously, so you've come back to the music scene. What's the biggest challenge you face then as a musician these days?
Well, music industry have changed a lot. I think social media has created brain damage in everyone. It's terrible. It's like everyone is hypnotized by Instagram.
Their phones.
And I think what I feel is like, before the music had this magic and connection with the artist and with the physical media, that I feel there is artists that are creating something like that connection with with the audience, but it's a little bit different of what I see we had in our times, because now you go to a concert, everyone is like filming with their phones, taking pictures, like sending text. What I feel it's a great challenge is to grab the attention of the people. Like nobody is putting attention in anything, and that's kind of sad for them, because we make music because we love it. But something that I can see is like the distraction of the outer world. So, for example, for me, that I love vinyls, like the whole complete album, right? It's a whole piece of art. It's not one single.
Yeah,
you know.
That's the thing.
So now, like with this single thing and Spotify concept, like you lost the holiness. Yeah. But I'm putting a lot of effort that then when we are releasing the other songs is the whole thing, you know. Oh my God! Yeah. Well, sorry, I'm a huge Nine Inch Nails fan, so I love the Don't Worry Spiral. Like, I think it's amazing. Well, Tool, Lateralus, obviously, and I think Deftones I like a lot, Around the Fur. Yeah, like, but you know, like honestly, I like more. I'm gonna change the last one for the Beatles. You know, like I think I think I know Sergeant Pepper. I think is one like
That's a classic album.
yeah,
Okay. If you could jam then with 3 musicians, dead or alive, who would you choose?
Oh, Jimmy Page. I would love to play with Jimmy Page, and well, Danny Carrier,
Yeah,
and Ozzy,
of course. Yeah, absolutely.
of course.
Of course, man. All right, so you're going to head out on tour in the morning. Which 3 essential items do you take with you?
Okay, so always my my recorder. I have a Zoom H8. So like to record my demos, I always with that. I have like obviously my computers. I always bring one transformer with me. I have a little collection of transformer. Oh well, and well, I'm really simple with my clothing and stuff. So yeah, no problem.
Okay, 3 countries that you'd love to tour that you've never played.
Oh, Australia, Japan, and Finland. I haven't visited Finland yet.
Have we not? Okay. All right. 24-hour road trip. Which musician is going to be in your car with you?
Oh,
dead or alive?
From my band, yeah.
No, like a famous, but well, yeah. Like a musician. Not your band. That's cheating.
Okay. Okay. So if dead or alive, I would love to go with George Harrison.
Yeah. Okay. That was so cool.
Yeah.
If your personality were a song, what would the title be? Like a made-up song?
Oh my God. Chaos in Hell.
Great. So you mentioned Ozzy Osbourne. Is there a particular song from his repertoire that you would like to cover from his Sabbath days or his solo career?
Oh, I love like Perry Mason. I love Perry Mason. I love like Crazy Train. I don't know, like I love it. So I don't know. I started listening Ozzy when I was like 8. So like, all of it.
Sure. So do you prefer a festival or an intimate sweat-soaked gig playing live?
I prefer festivals.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer festivals. Even though like I like the small gigs and stuff like that, I like the vibe with the festivals. Not because the crowd is like there's a lot of people that doesn't know you. There's a lot of people that goes and know you, and there is a lot of bands and artists that you don't know. Some you know. Some like I love festivals because like you have the chance to gather and meet people and like all that kind of stuff. Like I think it's cool. Yeah.
Cool. Can you then sum up your music in one word?
One word.
Yeah.
Cosmic.
Good answer. Okay. So, do you prefer thrash metal or traditional heavy metal?
I have like in between in metal, I have like a huge taste. Like I was really into industrial metal for a long time. I love bands like Meshuggah, like I don't know, like I love like Sweden death metal, but I love black metal too. Like bands like Dutch Guard, I know Emperor, Cyclone.
Yeah.
But the classic, I love it too. So it's hard for me to pick one side. I think it's like just like I love distorted metal. Distorted.
So can you then tell us why we should check out Consequence of Energy?
Well, I think Consequence of Energy is a band that blends a lot of the spiritual aspects of music that right now we are lacking in music. deepness in the message and in the sound. So it's something fresh, but we are not trying to reinvent the wheel, you know. I think it's something that we're trying to bring back that spirit that we have in the 90s and early 2000s, where the music is important. So we're doing in that sense. So I think and it have a lot of ritualistic stuff and interesting elements, but doesn't sound like we are trying to force to create something new, you know. Sounds really cool.
All right, mate. Yeah. So do you have any final words then for your fans, our viewers and listeners?
Well, first and everything, peace in the world for everyone, love and compassion, and thank you very much, you, for having this space.